A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Winston. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes a receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys, frustrated. Oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
That one goes for 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Saints had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Winston. It's complete to Cook.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. He's got this complete, finding Cook on the crossing route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Winston out to his left. On the crossing route, complete. It's Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. They give to Ingram up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Then he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously